Good morning guys, Kris here, and welcome to yet another travel vlog in the Polestar 2 long range dual motor. Today we're taking this car from Bergen up along the west coast of Norway to Florida to Fiskå and ending the day in Ulsteinvik. And this parking lot here and this charging station has such spectacular views of this city. It's a really nice place to charge your car actually, and today we have beautiful weather for the trip, and hopefully we will, spend around 8 hours, and it will be 425 kilometers with one charging stop in Florida is what I have planned. But today is going to be a leisure trip, a scenic trip. I'll give you guys, well, as much B-roll as I find necessary without, making the video too long. But I hope you guys are going to like that. So please be sure to drop a like, a thumbs up on the video down below. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for the next video, which is going to Trollstigen, which is a spectacular place. So yeah, we have 2 days of vlogging, 2 days of traveling in front of us. It's going to be very, very cool. And on the twisty and narrow roads of the northwest coast of Norway, what better car to take the Polestar 2 long-range dual motor. So I think it's very cool to do this trip right after I have taken this car down to the Mediterranean Sea, then down to Genova in Italy, and then throughout the Italian Alps, and then up to the west coast of Norway, which will be a very awesome trip. So guys, we are just charging to 100% here. We should be done in a few minutes, and I will see you guys on the road. It's a little cloudy now, guys, and that is unfortunate because I really wanted nice weather for this trip. Hopefully the clouds will clear up, in a little bit. And this guy was going to the left here. Okay. But yeah, we are now gonna do our first ferry crossing across this fjord here from Olvik to Oppedal. I think this side is Olvik and the other side is Oppedal. I may be mistaken. It may be opposite, and actually they have chargers here. Look at this, guys. I saw it on the map now, here in the GPS, 50 kilowatt chargers. So if you're waiting for somebody to come across, I don't know, like a passenger, you can charge here while waiting. Oh, they have several chargers here too, 150. So in Norway, we now have automatic payment for ferries and toll roads. So it's all done via your license plate number. Back in the day you had to pay. And guys, I think this is an electric ferry. Oh, that's gonna be, no it's not. It's not, you can see the exhaust there. It's not an electric ferry. But on this stretch of ferry crossing, I have taken electric ferries before. This was one of the, test areas in Norway for electric ferries. But that's maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It's strange that this isn't. Maybe it is. We will, if we start moving and it's an electric ferry, we can most definitely hear that. Then I will update you guys. If not, we'll just catch up when we get closer to, our charging stop and probably our lunch stop in Florida. Now that we are underway, it's very obvious that this is not an electric ferry because I can hear the diesel engine, I can hear the exhaust. But I want to show you guys something because Polestar and Volvo have something called reduced alarm. So if I want to go to the toilet and I lock the car, the alarm goes on. And if this was winter now, the sea out here would be much rougher, meaning, the car would be moving and then the alarm would sound. That is super annoying on ferries. This is quite a short crossing. It's maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. But if you're on like a 45-minute, crossing and you want to rest in your car, do some work, and then the car next to you, the people have gone out, gone to the lounge, and then they can't hear the car. The alarm's just sounding for 45 minutes. It's super annoying. So if I'm going to show you guys, we can go into the car settings here. I think you go here, and then you go into more, and then you go into lock here, and then you can activate something called reduced alarm. So if I turn that on now, and then I go out of the car, and then lock it, now if the car is moving, it won't sound the alarm. So that is super nice, that feature. What made the Polestar 2 such a great car at high speed on the Autobahn makes it an excellent car to drive on Norwegian country roads like this. And also the power is such, you know, you just squeeze the pedal like that and then you're past. It's such a good car to take on a road trip because you're past a car super quickly. I mean, it's safe. You don't have to worry about taking your time to pass. You're just in a blink of the eye, you are past the car in front of you. And it's precise steering, it's controlled handling, and, you know, taut body control makes this car a real pleasure to drive on roads like this as well as the Autobahn. So I mean, it feels at home in every scenario I have taken it through Europe. It's amazing. We have now made it to Florø and we are charging at this charger here, this med charger, 150 kilowatts, and we arrived here with 39%. So we're just gonna hop in the car and I'm gonna show you guys, you know, the numbers thus far. And again, this is only a leisure trip. We're going sightseeing. We're just doing it really easy, no stress at all. And let's go ahead and take a look at the consumption thus far. So 19.4 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is a bit high, but we have, you know, been climbing and dropping and climbing and dropping in elevation. We also have a lot of twisty roads. We've been passing a lot of cars, so that is to be expected. Average speed 77 kilometers an hour and 3 hours on the road plus the ferry crossing, which was like 20 minutes or something. 222.8 kilometers. And we are now here in Florø, as I said. This is the first time I am here, so welcome. And, you know, I really don't need to charge now because I think I can make it to the hotel, but I want to, well, get some lunch and maybe take a stroll through the city just to check it out. And I will see you guys on the road again. And let's see if we can stop by some awesome scenery, some awesome views before we get to, well, our destination in Ulsteinvik. So after walking through Florø, I didn't find anything I wanted to eat. You know, they had tons of cafes, but I really wanted a hamburger or a hot dog. So we have now driven, I don't know, about maybe 45 minutes, an hour. And we are now in a place called Bergen. And then there was this gas station here. So I stopped to get myself a hamburger. And hamburgers in Norway at gas stations are one of the best things you can eat. They are so good, the hamburgers at gas stations along Norwegian roads. So guys, I hope you are enjoying the trip and all, you know, the scenery. Things are only going to get better. This is not even close to as pretty as it's going to get. And I know I'm hyping this up and I hope I can deliver. And guys, also follow me on Instagram if you want to follow these trips, you know, while I'm actually doing this, because these videos will be uploaded, you know, everything from a day to like almost a week later because of scheduling and me being able to actually film the videos, edit them, and then, you know, post them so I have enough content to keep it going. So if you want to follow me and follow my trips, you know, and behind the scenes, follow me on Instagram, link in the description box down below. So I'm gonna eat my hamburger now and then we will be on our way. Now we are getting into what I've been talking about. Look at this view, guys. I have never driven on this road before, so to me this is new, but this is one spectacular mountain. Look at that, guys. Wow. Let's see if we can get over this small hill here so you guys can see what it looks like towards, you know, the ocean. But look at this. This is a pretty spectacular place, especially with the sun now popping out. I mean, yeah. Welcome to the northwest coast, guys, where we're going to see more nature like this. And what's insane about this is that this is seawater. This is right in from the North Sea. So we are at sea level, and I don't know how tall that is. That looks pretty tall. That has to be over 1,000 meters, right? I mean, that has to be over 1,000 meters. I mean, that is pretty spectacular. Yeah. Look at this place. Wow. It feels like we are at the end of the world. This is, wow, this is special. This is breathtaking, guys. This is a very nice place. Wow. And it's so deserted. I know there are houses there, and but I mean, look at this. This feels special. So we have a ferry crossing up here, and you can hear that it's windy. It's really blowing now, and wow, look at that out there. So I don't think I'm going to go out because that would just give you guys really bad audio, but I hope you guys can see from inside the car. So it looks like the ferry goes over to Mole. Again, I've just, tried to go as close to the ocean as possible to give you guys a scenic route. So I don't know when this ferry crossing is. I mean, the GPS is saying that we will arrive in, I've set the destination to Åheim, just, to navigate us along the coast. But 45 kilometers will take 1 hour and 17 minutes. So we may be waiting here for a while. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't matter because this view is totally worth it. Wow. Okay, so let's see if I mean, we just have to wait. We'll have to wait. I have to look online when the ferry will arrive. But wow. So the ferry crossing is called Ulsteinvik, and I just checked it online. So there was just a ferry that left at 3:15. It's now 4:45, and the next ferry is 6:15. So in 3 hours or 2.5 hours. So yeah, we are going to turn around and find an alternative route. Let's try a different ferry then, and this looks a little bit better when you have cars moving towards you like that while you are less than a kilometer away from the ferry. Usually means that these cars have just come off the ferry, meaning that it's not a 3-hour wait until the next ferry. And I can see the ferry right over there. That's the problem here on the northwest coast of Norway, because the population is so sparsely spread out. Yeah, you don't have, ferries crossing like every 15 or every 10 minutes like on major crossings other places in Norway. And hopefully, yeah, oh, this is to Nordfjordeid. Okay. That's gonna be nice. Okay, I wanted to go a different way, but yeah, of course that did not work, but this is great. We will be able to drive on board. And do we have to pay? No, it's just gonna be automatic. So just letting us on. Okay, he wants me to go all the way to the left, and then we will stop. Okay, so I'll give you guys this, a update of the trip, so you can, take a look at the data. So we are at 42%. We charged to 82% in Florø. And I think we charged like 28 minutes, but I really wasn't paying attention because I, wasn't in a hurry. And we have now covered 367 kilometers, 20.0 kilometers per 100 kilometers. We've been on the road for 5 hours and 77 kilometers an hour in average speed. So that is up a bit. And according to this, we will arrive at our hotel in Ulsteinvik with 20% in about 2 hours. So originally we were going to pass through a place called Fiskå. I'm going to have to look at the map because I want to go, you know, around the coast. If not, we're going to go a little bit, I mean, it's inland, but it's still water and sea ocean in the fjords because fjords are everywhere here. But I'm going to have to look at the map if, you know, we had to go cross to Mole to go to Fiske, but if we can cross here and then go another way, we will try to go that way because I really want to, you know, with you guys explore places I have never been before. Oh, that's the ferry powering up. Okay, so this is the time for a toilet break, stretch my legs, and maybe I'll see you in Fiske. If not, I'll see you guys in Ulsteinvik. The weather is getting pretty nice now, and we are now approaching the third and last ferry crossing from Copanas to Olvik. And look at this, guys, the ferry is just coming into land as we speak. That is pretty awesome. I mean, I couldn't have timed it better. I checked, you know, the scheduling for this ferry before I drove this way. You know, I didn't want to go here and then, you know, suddenly I'm arrived here, and then we had the same issue we had in Ulsteinvik, where we had to, yeah, I mean, we would have had to wait 3 hours for a ferry. But here, you know, it's every half hour. And this ferry is actually called Stavanger. I mean, this is not a big ferry, if the camera will focus. Come on, camera. Is that hard through the windscreen? But yeah, look at this, guys. This is pretty spectacular. I think these are called the Sunnmøre Alpene, so the Alps in Sunnmøre, and we are not going there today, but tomorrow we will pass that early in the morning, and over there is, I think according to the map, that should be like Ørsta or Volda. Is that correct? Yeah. So here we have Ørsta, and then we have Volda right over here. So we are looking towards Volda over there, and it's pretty, yeah, I mean, that's a special place. But we're going to cross over here now to this island here, the last island here before we drive into Ulsteinvik, and this should be a pretty scenic route. So I asked a friend of mine who's from Ulsteinvik. I've been here several times before, earlier at work, but I haven't, you know, been here in a few years. And usually we drive from this, because if we took the main road, which is the E39 here, you know, this trip would have been much shorter, both in length and in time, and we would have only had one ferry crossing, which was the first ferry crossing. But because we drove, you know, out here on the coast, and I can zoom out, guys, so you guys can see where we actually are. So this is where we started, Bergen, and a few days ago we were all the way here. This is Genova, right there. So we have been, I don't know in how many videos, this should be video number 7, right? Yeah, video number 7. In 7 videos we have driven almost 6,000 kilometers across Europe, and then we are now on the northwest coast of Norway in the Polestar 2. And look at that, guys, another Polestar 2. I don't see too many of them outside of the city because, you know, the Polestar showrooms they don't have them everywhere. I don't know where the closest one here would be. Maybe Ålesund or maybe Trondheim, or is it Bergen? I'm not sure, guys. Okay, so the last leg of the trip, we're gonna roll the last B-roll, and I will see you guys at the hotel. We are now at the hotel here in Ulsteinvik, and we arrived with 18% battery consumption today, 19.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers with an average speed of 73 kilometers an hour. I mean, that is quite high consumption considering the average speed, but I'm not worried about that because the high consumption is because we were climbing 2 elevations down to sea level and then up to elevations and down to sea level many times today, and we also passed a lot of cars. There were a lot of, you know, slow moving tourists, and we were on a leisure and scenic route today going on a lot of twisty roads, so I wasn't too concerned about consumption today. We covered 461 kilometers, and travel time in the car was about 6.5 hours, plus about an hour 15, hour 30 minutes in ferries, and then another half an hour in charging. Again, we did go the scenic route. We could have traveled here much quicker if we went the main road. And we are at 18%, and I was hoping that these chargers here were vacant, but there are two which are occupied. But again, I'm not too worried. They have 50 and 150 kilowatt chargers right up the road here, so I may just go there to the store, buy something to drink before I actually check into the hotel, or I check into the hotel and then I drive over there and I stroll back. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I'm not stressed about it, but tomorrow I'm going to try to wake up early, so I do want to have almost a full charge tomorrow, but we'll have to find out how I do that. If you think the scenery was beautiful today, be sure to drop a like on the video down below. But tomorrow, it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be awe-inspiring. We are going to Trollstigen, and then we're going back to Bergen. About 10 hours on the road plus charging. So tomorrow is going to be a long day, but nothing compared to the days I had through Europe. And we're not going the high speed either. So I mean, the stress on the senses on your body isn't the same traveling low speed. Today we've been on that road for 8 hours, but it feels like 4 hours because it's been a leisure trip. But guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.